This video is for you if you feel shame around your sexuality. As a man, you hold a primal power in your genitals, and when you feel guilt or shame towards your sexuality, you are cutting yourself off from one of your greatest powers, and then you will feel castrated. Unfortunately, a lot of the modern New Age spirituality is making this even worse, because it constantly encourages you to go deeper into the healing and feeling. But what you actually want to do is take a step back from that spirituality trip and shift back into your masculine. I've been in the healing and feeling stage for quite some time myself. And that's fine, for a period. But at a certain point, you gotta decide the healing and feeling stage is over now. I don't wanna get stuck here. Yes, it's great that I've established a connection with my feminine side, but it's time to shift back now. Because otherwise, I will be stuck here for the rest of my life. And some people do. Now it's time to orient myself back into my masculine and not stay in that surrendering and flowy state all the time. It means to be proactive and not passive. It means to speak your own truth and to sit in disharmony if necessary, if that is a consequence of speaking your own truth. And to know that whenever you are not speaking your own truth, that is damaging you on a fundamental level. That's, at least to me, how, it looks like having integrity with myself. It means to act out of a deeper purpose, to direct your actions towards it, because you know that is what's best for the world. Many people say a man does what he wants. But if there is not a connection to a higher power in place that comes with a certain moral and value system in place, he will fall prey to the temptations left and right along the journey. He's going towards his higher calling, his higher self, whatever you want to call it, even though no one understands what he's doing. And it doesn't matter as long as you follow your internal inner wisdom. The masculine is rebellious and it has to deal with the discomforts along the journey. And not being understood is definitely one part of it. In modern pop culture, the word masculine already equals toxic, which is a shame, which couldn't be further from the truth, because true masculinity is very safe and it's very centered. It's very magnetizing as well, and it's great to be strong in your masculinity. As a dude, that's the best feeling there is. Like, you should embrace it. And one of the core factors on how healthy your masculinity is and how your relationship with your masculinity is your relationship to your lower kingdom, to your balls, like literally. It's not coming from accident that you say to a strong man, he's got balls. And what that sexual shame does, it cuts you off from all of that. From your grounded presence, you will have trouble holding eye contact. Your body language and your vibe constantly conveys low confidence, which equals unsafety. You're not safe to be around. You're undecisive. You lost all your drive. You will be very averse to taking risks. But once you make the shift, all of a sudden you feel that backbone in you and you enjoy taking risks. There's this quote: the closer you are to death, the more alive you will feel. I don't see a lot of people talk about sexual shame, but I think it's so important because we all have negative sexual experiences in our life. And I think it's important to understand that wherever your sexual shame is coming from, or any shame in that matter, doesn't really matter. If it's your parents, if it's your culture, if it's your religion, if it's your life experience, it doesn't matter. Because it is all just a story that you keep repeating to tell yourself. And any story can be rewritten. And if you think you need help with that and want to work with me, under the video is a link where you can book a free call where we can check if the vibe between us fits. We live in a highly sexualized world. And to create a healthy connection to your own sexuality can be challenging. Younger people have less and less sex and birth rates drop, and there are many reasons for that. One is the feminization of the modern man. Most women I know don't want a man like that, especially not for long. A romantic relationship needs polarity, otherwise it is just a friendship. It needs a masculine and a feminine pole, and your genders does not matter. Many men are very confused with modern dating because the information swirling around is very conflicting. They're supposed to be emotional, but not too emotional. They're supposed to be funny, but not too funny, not being a joker. You need to be able to open up but stay mysterious at the same time, be vulnerable but not too vulnerable, strong but not too dominant, experienced but not a player. be calm but passionate. It's no wonder that people get lost in all the dating content out there. Like, how many loops am I supposed to jump through? It's ridiculous. What you and your woman really need is for you to be strong in your authentic masculine frame, that you can trust yourself, because that automatically allows her to be in her deepest feminine frame and to be more in the 5D, because you got the 3D covered. And when we speak about the relationship to your sexuality, I think it's important to talk about your semen. To not overly masturbate, but not to retain your semen for years either. Find a balance with it, for God's sake. I mean, many good men, they are so hard on themselves when they had retained their semen for some time and then they had a weak moment. It's okay, dude. It happens. And understand this, it is not true that you lose all your magnetism once you ejaculate. That's just another story. But it will become true when you believe it. Your reality is what you believe it is. You always have all the power for all the meaning that's going on in your life. And yes, there is a biological process behind it, and yes, you lose a few proteins and micronutrients every time, but that's totally injectable. Your body can replenish that. If you think it damages you strongly, the problem is of psychological nature and not of biological. So the issue here is that you retain your semen out of fear. And that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. You want to do it consciously to create a healthy connection to your lower kingdom. Constantly avoiding and suppressing your desires will destroy your life. But if you learn to alchemize this sexual energy, which according to Buddhism is the strongest energy there is, and you funnel it into your purpose or into something purposeful for you, for example, having an intentional experience with your partner, then, my friend, sky is the limit. Because whenever your sexual energy is at its highest, your life is at its best. So be aware of how you use it. Here's another video on masculinity. Stop surviving, start living. Thanks for watching.